Well, that's
If you
the
want
fun
to
part.
adjust, let me know.
That's the fun part. Where you're like, did I create this neurosis, or is the outside environment making it so? Like, is it me or is it you? And you know what the best part is? You could just lean into it's you, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, I feel like that's the whole comedy community. It's like, if there's a problem, it's you, and I'm never gonna let it go or address it. Like I feel like I have a few people. Not that I'm anything in the comedy community, but
Drop 'em.
sometimes I go places
Drop
and
the
I'm
name.
like, there's an energy here, and I'm not gonna just be an adult and tell like, hey man, like, do we have a problem?
Yeah. I'm gonna stew on it. I'm gonna sit in the corner and like I'm gonna talk to the 4 people around you that I know
Yeah,
and that I'm
exactly.
cool with, and I'm just gonna kind of like
I'm gonna see if it comes up.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I'll bring up your name and see if somebody's like, oh yeah, what happened with you guys? I'm like, I don't know.
That's funny you say that. Let's crack that open in front of let's open up this circle a little bit more and talk about this.
But then there are people that are you're like, no, I know that one. That one
yeah,
I can
yeah.
put a pinpoint why we have an issue, but
Let me ask
Hey.
you this: do you ever find that like maybe because when you're doing a set sometimes and you're just kind of riffing and maybe you just say the offhand comment like, "Oh, this guy," because this guy likes sucking golf balls. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it happens to be a comic you didn't know was going up.
who had a thing about golf
Who
balls?
has a thing about golf balls? It started with his mother, ended with his father, and and you don't even know that you did something, and then there's just like you're saying like a residual energy, and you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was in blacked out anti-flow state, and I was just trying to get a fucking laugh. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
I,
sorry.
used you as a
I was
crutch."
dying in front of nobody, but for some reason that was important to me to do well, and
Yeah.
I made an off the hand comment, and now you're still holding on to it. Something I didn't even remember doing as I did it.
Now,
So.
now you won't book me at your pub show in Placentia.
Yeah, now I'll never be at the fucking Golden Room in Pacoima. I'm like, God damn it, that's the
Bacoino.
best room.
You haven't heard? They have well tequila cocktails and antipasto.
Yeah, they have the least watered down cocktails that side of the 10. So, anyway, guys, welcome back to Ego Strokes. We got our buddy Robert Amador here from Funny Uncle from the Beer Lab. Where can we find you? Where will we know you from?
You would know me from the guy who goes to Cyclops Coffee 3 days a week and spends his paycheck too much on cold brew. Exhibit Q. Yeah, you know, I don't have a website. I have nothing. I have an Instagram. You can follow me at Slamador. If you like to see videos that I edited 6 months ago. But yeah, that's we do a monthly comedy show at Long Beach Beer Lab. Christian's crushed there multiple times.
It's true.
And I have the footage. He hasn't seen it, but I have it. And
I've crushed many a pizza at Beer Lab.
Yeah.
So you're getting in on the ground floor of the empire that is Robert Amador and Funny Uncle. So there's that.
The dying empire, the empire that owes more in debt than has capital.
We're all independent businesses in comedy, and some businesses are really just struggling to get off their feet. So it's most of us, to be honest. But
We're just trying to break even. If
Yeah.
we could break even and still get a nice little treat, we're successful.
yeah, there's multiple like you hit multiple levels in comedy where you're like, all right, I'm not just a struggling open mic comic that's jacking off at a mic every twice a week or whatever, and you're like, all right, I'm getting booked, and then how you keep pushing through and where to and how you get there is like it's such a battle, especially because like I feel like I gotta how old were you when you started comedy?
I think I was 23.
Okay, so that's a good age.
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
college-ish.
Yeah. I definitely didn't have anything to say. I had stuff I wanted to talk about, but I didn't have a thing to say yet. I still maybe don't. I'm still figuring it out. But yeah, 23, dating someone who didn't approve of stand-up and saw it as like God, and this is like, you know, they had a theater background. So, oh, you could take this out?
Oh, you can do whatever you want, man. We're mobile here.
Looks to experiment. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, that's way better.
Oh, this.
It feels more natural.
my Cossacks is now I'm able to have some confidence.
Yeah. Now more natural, laid back. It's just gonna flow more easily now.
I like this. I love a lawn chair. But yeah, no, started at 23. Had no idea what I was doing. I remember meeting this guy and being like, hey, he's pretty smart. I would be like, hey, this guy's a little Charles Bukowski, little Bill Hicksy, a little fucking a little, I don't know what the third one would be. Maybe a little cowboy in there. Maybe just told me he's got family in the Midwest cowboy sad daddy.
Oh yeah,
Midwest. There we go.
That beautiful. That's the first special name for sure. Midwest cowboy sad daddy. That pretty much like that nails
Trademark it.
Love it. No, I think we did start around the same time. Like I remember like you Garrett, RJ started coming around, and like when like some people show up and they kind of make a presence known. You're like, and then some people you're just like I know I'm taking this seriously. I'm really invested in this open mic game, and then you see other people and you're like, all right, these are the guys that are going to be around. So I was aware pretty early on. You, Frank, RJ, Garrett, not Jessica. Jessica, I feel like was already established.
Yeah,
but,
she's talking about frozen burritos and cracking us the fuck up.
Yeah, she had her own voice early on, and the rest of us were still trying to figure it out.
Isn't that funny? Like some people, you're like, God, and I wonder, if you can have your voice earlier on, does that mean that like the whole time you're just cranking in and like you're just pushing that? It's almost like how do you say it? It's almost like you found your comedic brand and you're honing in on that. And you just get better at that. And then some of us, I feel like we're just kind of like shooting our darts at whatever we can like try to land on. And you're like, okay, well, this is working, and this feels right. And then I don't know. How do you know when you found your voice?
Yeah, I don't know. Because like even just
you've definitely gotten farther with it for sure. I've seen it.
Maybe. Hopefully, I'm trying to figure it out. I think
it's angry, and I love it. And I love it.
I need to lean into it, and I don't. To answer your question, I have no idea.
Yeah,
like
right?
some people, like you say, like Mario Rodriguez is somebody who just like he's just him.
Yeah,
and everything that comes out of that is already through the instrument.
He's a Tibetan channeler of cum jokes.
Quite, yeah.
Right?
He's just in a fluid state all the time. He's just processing things, and he's I mean, how quickly he had his the homeless man joke. I don't know. I don't want to break. Like, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody else. But like, just immediately, like and that's probably how it all processed in the moment. He's like, oh, and it's so fucking fun every time you see him. It's just like, God, this is great. Just
and he's so annoying too, because like we had him on a show one time to headline, and he crushes. Does probably like 15 minutes. And then maybe slowed down 2 minutes, like for 2 minutes at one point. And he comes up and he's like, hey, man, I'm so sorry I fucking bombed. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up,
yeah,
bro.
I've seen you kill to an empty room. So
yeah, dude. Like, I've seen you kill at the DMV, all right? Don't even come at me with that, bro.
Yeah, but that's what we do here. We stroke egos. That's ego strokes, baby. So... And we will be really honing in on the fine details of open mic comedy and just really expounding on the minutia of the machine that is the comedy artistry
of California. You guys they talk about, what is it? Inside baseball. This is downside lacrosse. Okay, this is gonna be some
we're
heavy hitting.
We never leave the weeds, but. No, what made you start getting into comedy, and like what brought you in? How'd you find the Anchor Bar? Was that your first?
That was mic? First, yeah.
Same,
dude. I love telling the story because it's not even a story, but fucking. So I met Frank Escalante. You fucking bitch. I love you. I miss you, a bitch. Fucking Frank's up in Chico. He's selling cars and his soul, and shooting TikToks on the lot, and then. I see 2 weeks later he took them down because I know his boss said not to do it, even though they got views. But anyways, my boy Frank, me and him were in a theater class together, and we just had this connection. Like the second we like saw like each other do like a scene, I was like, I fucking like this guy, because we were doing it was advanced, if you could call it that, theater. All it means is you just do period pieces, and I saw him do a monologue, and I pulled him aside after. I was like, bro. who was that? I haven't heard. That was like so fucking. It was really good. And he goes, dude, I fucking forgot my lines. I fucking improv the whole thing. I totally forgot. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck? And so we just vibed. And then I was working at a pizza place with Gabe. And someone left these tickets on the register, and I looked at it, I was like, who is this fucking greasy ginger looking motherfucker in a red suit on a leather chair selling a comedy show at the Brea Improv? Evan Cassidy. And then we went to a show, saw Jordan Conley. I can't remember who else, but I remember Jordan. And then Evan at the end of the show goes, oh, if you guys want to sell your soul to the devil and come to an open mic and really feel what mental health stress feels like, start open mic at the Anchor Bar in Costa Mesa on Mondays. Sure enough, went with Frank. In Frank's word, he's like, I came to a class and I was like, okay, all right, so listen, we're gonna try stand up in 2 weeks. All right, I don't know what I'm doing, you know. In 2 weeks, we're gonna go to this open mic. Then we're gonna go to this open mic this week, and then in 2 weeks, we're gonna attempt to do stand up. Frank, after those 2 weeks, went and did stand up. I waited a year and a half because I'm a pussy, and then finally did it. And then just have been chasing the laugh ever since.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that you guys had like a somewhat of an actor background because you got there's way more of a stage presence that you had baked in early on. Like you're
Baked
aware.
in, I love that. Baked in. I love that.
You're aware of like your physical presence where like you can tell people that were just like, I just like comedy and I'm going to get up and tell jokes, that they're just like,
and I envy those people because they're better writers.
Sometimes.
I think so.
Sometimes
yeah.
Sometimes they're just like, I worship Anthony Jeselnik and I'm going to offend everybody. And you're like, that okay. You kind of, I mean, we're already starting a hole, and then you're just digging it a little deeper. You're like, I'll find a way to climb out of this.
I'm a fan of Anthony Jeselnik, but I don't have the likability whatsoever, and I'm gonna double down on the anti-likability with my comedy.
I feel like I have that issue as well because I'm like, I'm up there. Like some people get on stage. I feel like you have this quality where it's like you're just have a likable quality. And you're kind of like the crowd is sort of yours to lose.
It's because I'm metrosexual.
Mario has it. A few people get up there, and you're just like, I just like this guy.
Yeah,
I'm already on board. Whatever or whoever, they have something about them where I'm like, all right, I'm probably gonna laugh regardless. But
even if it's not a good crafted joke or a decent aside, you know, at least if I get up there, Daddy's gonna try to dance. Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna try to dance.
But
it's not like, great, but I'm gonna dance.
There are a lot of people that like that, are like that, where you don't. If I'm not, yeah, all right. That like their charisma carries them a lot farther than just like if you look at a transcript of the jokes, or if you listen to the joke itself, you're just like, that's not a great joke. Like you can tell a joke is good on its own because somebody else could tell it and it would still kill. But like there's some people who it's like no one else could tell that joke because it might be a really good joke, but then they have that extra sauce on top of it.
That's how they deliver it.
And like I feel like even right, like especially right now, because like social media's put in added so much to like, I don't know about added, but it's influenced so much.
Elevated, maybe not, but definitely
it's added visibility at the very least. So it's like, exposed. Oh, people are like, I like this charisma or character or just whatever quality. But then like when you hone in, or when the novelty wears off, you're like, this person's not actually that funny. They're just they just have a fun presence. It's like people that are really good on podcasts, and then you see their specials, and you're like, this wasn't very good.
You know what it is? Hold on real quick. Is shyster a slur?
I feel like most
as a Jewish man, I feel like I could say shyster.
I feel like a lot of like negative connotation words have like
let's dissect the shy and the stir. I feel like there's a lot of, and I feel like I relate to it. There's a lot of comedians who are almost like really good car salesman.
Carl Salesman
Kyle
of the
Sales, Kyle
Salesman
Satan.
family.
No, yeah, car salesman, because they can really make you feel like it's like there's, I remember when I was first starting out, I would be like, especially when I went to LA, you see in the LA a lot. I'm like, they're really good at talking.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, they're probably an actor or like or a Satanist or a Scientologist, and they're good at talking.
Or a sociopath, which is like the culmination of all of those things.
And you hear them, and I'm like, damn. And you know how to, like, I'm listening to you because you know how to talk, and I'm into, like, you have my attention. But then it's like 6 minutes of like, okay, this is going nowhere. There's no payoff. like I like hearing you talk about your wife's your wife's sister's feet, but there's just no, like, I'm not hearing that. I feel like the only thing I've learned now after 7 years is there has to be a payoff. You have to, if you're talking in any situation, just make it go somewhere. And if it connects with someone, great. If it doesn't, cut the fat and just try to find a better thing to fit in there.
And if you're just working it at an open mic, okay, you haven't figured out the payoff. But that's the amount of clips that come out where it's just like, dude, this is all setup. There is no payoff.
Clips. You guys got to just, if it's a great, you know what? I can't talk shit. If it's if you can hear the audience laughing and it's a good clip it, sure. But it's where you can hear the AC running, and then you can hear, and then it's like a 3-minute clip, and it's like, babe, you got, and you know what? Usually it's someone in their 50s that's putting that out. It's not gonna be like, a young pup.
But maybe we're tuned into the old model where it's like, no, workshop it, put it out there, and
that's
see where. Who knows?
That's true.
I don't know. I feel like we'd have a bigger following if we had it figured out, but that's why we're here stroking egos, stroking each other. So
there it is.
Was that your track, your intention? Were you trying to be an actor? And
yeah.
Are you still out here doing audition self tapes?
I just denied one today because I gotta work. No,
denied one.
Yeah, I got one, but then they were like, that's the thing too. It's like you'll get an audition, and it'll be like, oh, this is due in 4 hours, and are you available these dates? And because I don't live off of Israeli hedge funds, I can't just freaking say yes to everything. So, there's a lot of still pursuing the acting thing. Had some good momentum for a little while, and then that's the thing they don't teach you show business because I'm not good at the business part, but I'm getting better. I didn't kick my agent down what they were asking for at one point, which is 15%. If you guys didn't know, 10 to 15%. If you have like an agent or a manager, and they are not patient people. So make sure, even if you haven't been paid, you're letting them know that there's no money coming in, so they don't think that you're just pocketing the money, because that's what they thought I did. And I hadn't gotten paid out from a gig. I didn't kick in the money, and then they dropped my ass. And then now I'm pouring beers and doing podcasts in garages, and God damn it, I'm happier because of it.
Well, we're happy to have you for sure.
Of course.
What's been your biggest? Have you done just mainly commercials? Where you getting roles, or what were you auditioning for, or what are you auditioning for?
Happy chubby guy at the cookout. That's what I'm going for. Stoner best friend. You know what's funny? My first professional thing that I landed with an agent was porn director.
I could see it. Got the hair.
It was fun. It was good. I felt like she got me. I felt like I was like, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. That was great. So I'll go out for anything. I don't give a fuck. I really do not care. I've talked to my girlfriend. I was like, I'll be naked in something. I do not care.
I feel like male nudity has really escalated. Like,
it's coming back.
And I also think that that's mainly Danny McBride leading the charge.
Yeah.
Like
Righteous
every
Gemstones.
so much male
amazing.
nudity.
So amazing.
I mean, not that there isn't female nudity, but you're like, there are a lot of wieners in this.
There is, because you know what? There's
and
so
respect.
much.
I mean,
it's great.
Representation's important. We're getting all shapes and sizes, mostly white wieners in the,
White
the
wieners,
McBride Productions, which
let me see some Dominican fucking baseball bats swinging. I want to see some real tech.
a little bit of everybody,
Yeah.
South American,
South American,
Asian, East Asian,
Malaysian,
Western Asian,
yeah,
Malaysian,
Western,
Indonesian.
Sudanese, Japanese.
I really went hard on the Asian. I don't know what. Don't know what that's. I mean, it says something about me. I
Well,
guess.
that's just it's not as easy for the budget because then they'll have to blow it out. But they'll try their best. But yeah, I'll take anything at this point. I think I always loved as a teenager and a kid Judd Apatow's movies.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, he had such like a long reign of just hit after hit after hit, and like listening to his like a system. Like I just was listening to a Jason Segel podcast, and
I
think I mean that whole crew, like what his whole in camp or like pretty much everybody from like Freaks and Geeks or whatever. Like Segel was literally like I think Rogan had started like writing and doing whatever, and then Apatow was like, "You're up to Jason," and you're like, "What do you mean you're like?" They had like a system of bringing new writers and talent up, or Judd had. Which is like, who thinks like that now?
Right.
Like aside
Who
from like
sees
besides from the Comedy Store, which has a system of sorts where it's like we're gonna have a farm system and people are gonna get stronger and then they're gonna go out on the road and they're gonna get stronger there and then they're gonna headline and then they're gonna bring people out on the road. Like Apatow did it, and we had like at least 2 decades of like fucking hit movies, hit comedies, and now we got fucking nothing.
I know
because it's like everybody's.
Really
doing on their own. Sorry to interrupt and go on that tangent.
I love this shit. No, because that's exactly like the type of stuff I was watching, and the stuff that I felt like I connected with. And I just always loved naturalistic comedy. And I know that he talks about working with Gary Shandling a lot. And that's like a big. I have like one of his books. If you ever want to borrow it, it's so fucking good. Just like a bunch of interviews that Judd Apatow did. And there's just so many nuggets. Like there's comedy books, and then there's biography books, and then there's some books that like you're just earmarking like 150 pages of the 400 pages. And you're like, fuck me, this is good.
You're just highlighting it, and the whole book's highlighted.
Yeah, dude.
Like, well,
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of defeats the purpose, but
yeah.
I'll know what to skip, I guess.
Turning a book into a tome, and yeah, I just always love that stuff. I've always been obsessed with like Philip Seymour Hoffman and just like the happy but sad, charismatic energy. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just know that I'm a people pleaser and big people pleaser. Yeah, are you? Yeah.
Please just laugh.
Please
just
like
me. Why won't you?
Fuck,
I'm doing everything. Why is this?
You? What do you want? Are you hungry? What do you want?
I don't know if this will hit as much, but like, did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Milhouse is like, kind of Lisa's gay best friend? And he's in his internal monologue. He goes, "When she sees you'll do anything for her, she's bound to respect you." And I was like, when however old I was when I saw that, I'm like, oh no, that is too real.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I gotta scale this back.
It's like, hey, I know you have a lot going for yourself, but have you had someone suffer for you?
Have you ever had anybody literally bend over backwards to do everything you want and still just not like them or respect them at all?
How's this sound? Would you like someone to show up for every need and pleasure of your life and still not get the hand of your hand, princess? Would you like that? No, I know that it's tough in the comedy. It's also,
I mean, we all have to have a little bit of people pleaser to even want to be doing that. Because if you're just like, oh, I'm just happy being the funny guy at the office, like you wouldn't go out for an open mic.
No.
You're like, there's got to be like,
there's a sickness.
I got to prove myself or I got to win over more people because I got a little like I got to just that free hit.
I'm already burned out of making these people laugh. They're boring me. I need new
These people
ones.
are easy. They're idiots. I already have their approval.
Dude.
They're fools. I need strangers.
I can only drop so many Eddie Murphy quotes and then get away with it. I need new.
Oh, that is
new subjects, dude. I have this.
I have to do my own material in a group of peers who will call me out if I'm even close to somebody else's material.
Also, this is an epidemic. I was trying to write a bit out of this, but people that people that plagiarize personalities, I think, are going to be they've already been around forever, but it's going to be even worse in the future, I feel like, because it's that person that, and we all know this, and we did this too, but the guy that quotes Tropic Thunder at the dinner party and then takes credit for the comedy of something that someone wrote in a movie, but they're acting like, I'm the fucking guy like to deliver. I'm so fun. They're like, oh my God, Richard is just a gas. And it's like, fuck Richard, all right? I'm over here trying to talk about esoteric points about fucking frozen yogurt. Go fuck yourself, okay? All right? Let's lean into this and fuck Richard, because that's what I grew up hating. Was I felt like I was always high energy, had a lot to say, but didn't know what I was saying, and because I have ADD and I'm fucking hard of hearing, my processing is always off. So I feel also ADD is going rampant right now. Recently found out that I slightly test, like on the left side, like kind of like I'm not on the boat, but I'm like kind of climbing the ladder of the autistic boat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm climbing the rope. I'm on the bottom of the rope.
I mean, it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. So like somewhere along the color wheel, like I think we all land, and like I also feel like people don't factor in the fact that like I feel like certain situations make you lean more that way.
Yeah.
Or like diet, sleep, like
yeah.
I think some people's baseline is
gut
just
culture?
that, but then like dude, a lot of times like there's some days where I'm just like I feel like I'm another fucking species. I can't talk to people.
I feel that.
I can't tap in. Whatever that thing is that you can turn on when you're like, all right, I got to get on stage. I got to be like this.
Give me some.
Like you get into a group of people that you like, especially like social settings. I'm just like, what? Who the fuck am I? Like, is there just like a pool?
Where am I amongst my peers right now?
Like, is there just like a pool of like physical energy somewhere? And then like if you come into the pool late, like there's space is already like the pie chart is already all eaten up, and you're just like
And how is that guy just casually just breaststroking? They're so confident and they're so just normal. And I feel I have to go outside and act like I'm smoking a cigarette, even though I don't smoke cigarettes.
All right, I'm gonna go
just
listen
to reset
to the Tropic Thunder audio so I can try to tap back into this.
I'm gonna go listen to A24 podcast outside with one earbud and look at the moon, and then come back inside.
All right. Google conversation topics real quick.
Oh
okay.
no!
Follow-up questions.
Fuck. Jesus Christ!
But
I'm being traumatized with accuracy.
Well, I'm trying to understand. Like I'm trying to like work myself out of it because the amount of times, even as a grown ass adult, that I've been in situations where I'm like, it's been 20 minutes since I've said anything. Like this isn't. I'm like, and no one cares.
No, they're
like,
not thinking.
Oh no,
about
I have
all
all this time to talk about myself, and they're not like, what's Christian really thinking? But I mean that is also a problem though, because people do like. He's really quiet. He's just judgmental. He's like, no, that dude's just in his own head, like judging himself more than anything. But
trust me, you haven't even crossed his mind. He's got 8 generations of his own bloodline he's thinking about.
And he's just remembering the time that this exact thing happened in high school over and over. And just like the reverberations.
Dude,
of his...
I feel that dude, I sometimes definitely go into that space where I'm like, okay, so you gotta be really like interesting. You're around people that are rich and they know somehow, somewhere they know Whitney Cummings. I don't know how, and I don't really care. And they're not talented, but somehow they know someone that you're interested in. So you have to swim in that social value space. Say something crazy, and I'll be like. What's you guys' favorite hot dog to eat? You know what I mean? Just alienate yourself with one line. Because you know what it is, though? I feel like you and I would be way more receptive and more... I feel like we connect more with people that were in another state. And I don't know if that's just me talking shit on California or just feeling
an
like
actual state.
Yeah, no, a state of mind, brother. No,
not in that state of being frozen.
Yeah, a more autistic
social
state.
Fear. Yeah. We are attracted to actual people with outgoing personality. No, but
I just feel like once you like go to another state and you kind of check out the scene there. Like I was in Seattle for a little bit, and I remember just going to a show and just talking to some fools there, and I was like, you guys, yeah, you're a little sad, but you know what? You're cool. The ego is way less. I don't see your ego penis coming out so much because there's ego strokes and then there's ego chokes, and people just love to put their egotistic penis on the table, even if you're not hungry and I don't want to eat it. Yeah. And I've just been to other places and I'm like, oh, like New York, the hang there, way better. It's just cool. Out here, not Orange County has it.
Yeah.
Like a cool hang. It's there's people we fuck with. But clip it and fucking cancel me, whatever. LA comedy, not it, dude. Not it.
No, it is wild. Like that especially at the store where it's like,
yeah,
dude, what, like there are people that we are friendly with
yeah,
everywhere else. And then you go to certain places, the store being one of them, and suddenly, noses up, won't make eye contact, won't say hello.
Even if they're not booked at all that week.
Dude,
they're just like,
they're just visiting. It's like this ain't even your party. You just happen to be here because you know somebody.
This isn't Diddy's house, dude. Stop. Okay.
And it's like, but it's also just like, I don't know. You could either
I know what you mean.
And it could all be in my head. It could be whatever.
No, it's not. It's not.
But
it is, but it's not.
But also at the same time, then it's like, well, you could get. The last time that this happened, my takeaway was like, well, I can either fixate on that and ruminate on who was treating me that way, or
keyword ruminate.
Yeah.
Ruminate.
Or you look around and see like, oh, well, 80% of the other people that are always cool, they're still cool.
Yeah.
And some people will surprise you, like regulars at the store be like who you've booked or came up, they were ahead of you, but they recognize you and they're fucking cool as shit.
Super cool.
So you're just like, well, yeah, I could be bummed about the people that are the fucking dorks.
Yeah.
Or just be like, hey, not everybody.
There's topsoil dorks that that have no roots.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And you know what? They're just scrounging for a nut.
Yeah.
They're scrounging for a seed. Because they got booked at a bringer show at the Hollywood Improv, and they've been writing it ever since.
Which respect.
Fuck yeah. Do the spot. But do the spot, drop the ego. Do the spot, drop the ego, drop your hip, and just sit in it. Because, like, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of people who get, like, a little bit of power or a little bit of, like, connection, or they get someone that they booked on a show that they went to Denny's with after, and all of a sudden now they feel like a goddamn... they feel like Mitch Hedberg all of a sudden.
Like King Shit a Fuck Mountain, but...
King Shit a Fuck.
But...
Great native scholar, King Shit a Fuck.
His dynasty lasted 1,000 years.
Oh my God. King Shit a Fuck.
Yeah.
But it's a thing.
It is an LA thing, and I don't think it's this happens in the skateboarding industry. This happens I'm sure it happens with actors, and it happens with everything. And like it isn't. I think it is very much an LA thing. I'm not saying it's only an LA thing, but like even just going to concerts, man. Like I've gone to really, really good concerts in Los Angeles, but because they're in LA proper,
yeah.
Like there's just this like. Too cool. Can't have a good like you. It literally ruins
Shades
the whole
indoors.
time. Yeah.
It's
like they're more interested in being seen or how they're being seen than just having a good time. Like the amount of concerts where I'm like, this should be a fucking balls out party, everybody dancing.
Yes.
And everybody's just there like,
yes. Oh my God.
I'm like,
my gut is so activated right now for these valid points you're saying.
Hey. I stroke your ego. You don't stroke my ego. Get the fuck out of here.
No, it's true though. It's true. Like, dude, like even the film community. Like, I went to see one battle after another at the Vista Theater. Aziz Ansari opened up the show. The movie was so good that Aziz Ansari felt like he should have opened up the show by promoting his shitty movie coming out the following week. And then the next day, Variety article came out saying that the funds he made from the Riyadh Festival that he tried to donate to a humanitarian fund, they were rejecting the funds.
I saw that.
God bless you, Aziz Ansari. But it's stuff like this. I feel like this is a perfect interaction. That was somewhat what you're saying. There's a guy sitting next to me in the very front row because we were both late. And I just leaned over. I was like, wow, you really, I was like, this is serious. You got to get here early. And he's like, yes, it's it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, with these seats, I mean, this is practically IMAX, isn't it? And he looks at me and goes, well, not necessarily. This isn't. I was like, no, I know it's not IMAX. I'm making a joke because we're sitting in really shitty seats and we're about to see the fucking waiver flicker for the 70 millimeter for about 2 hours and be blasted by the audio. And I tried to extend a fleshy olive branch to you, and you had to kick it into my mouth.
Yeah, I try to be human with you for a moment, rather.
Yeah. And he's like, well, actually, it's not. I was like, brother, Ezekiel, chill the fuck out. We just paid $30 to sit in the front row. Let's enjoy ourselves, okay?
Yeah, everybody wants to be right here.
I know, no, but you know what? It was great. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, best movie I've seen in a while.
The one thing I forgot to say was, before I said the top solo comment, was there's all these people trying to just get a bite of a seed, and then you meet the big dogs. The big dogs. And then you hang out with them for a little bit when you're lucky and blessed by the comedy gods to even do that. And they're cool as fuck.
Yeah.
They're just cool because they're not scrounging just to get like a little bit of a rung of the ladder. They've already climbed it or they're climbing it. And I think it's a survival thing. That's what it is. It truly is a survival thing why people act the way they do. And it's also a learned behavior. So it's like someone made them feel a certain way when they treated them a certain way. So they perpetuate that because they think that's going to elevate them. And it doesn't. It really doesn't.
I mean, the people that make it the farthest are the people that have helped other people or like that treat like a Bill Hader. Like
I
nobody
fucking love Bill Hader.
Bill Hader still comes on to set and says hello and remembers everybody's name from PA all the way up, all the way up the chain. And like, it's just like, and who wants just a fucking laundry list of people in your background just waiting for you to fuck up?
Yeah.
To be I can't wait till this fucking guy missteps. I got dirt, baby, and I'm just waiting for people to be able to hear it.
I'm going to airdrop this video of this guy doing something at a party to this whole fucking afters.
It's in my favorites folder for years. I have updated 3 phones and kept this for this very moment.
I've got 4K taint footage. Okay, I know what this pig has done,
and I did nothing in the moment, but I knew if I laid in wait, I could one day have my moment.
Oh God!
So you said you're hearing impaired. How does that? Hey, you were waiting for that. You got that in your back pocket. But how does that affect the acting thing? Has it affected acting? Has it affected your comedy? I mean, it probably affects your social life and just that miscommunications.
No, for sure. I just started doing therapy and talking to someone about it, and acting not so much. I think it's because I already know I have to be more prepared than the next person. So I'm always just like, it's a great pairing, a classic pairing. Partial deafness and anxiety. Might I recommend it? It's a 4-course meal of
cheese and wine combo.
Struggle paired very nicely with a Riesling. So I've always felt like because I have massive anxiety as well, so I always just feel like I'm gonna miss something. I'm always in a state of wait, what what happened? What did they say? What? So acting, it's not too bad, but I have nightmares all the time of like missing a cue and then like fucking the 18-year-old director starts screaming at me on set. Hasn't happened yet, but with performing stand-up, it's interesting because sometimes if there's a heckler, I notice when I listen back to voice memos or footage, I'm like, oh, someone was like talking shit or someone was heckling and I didn't hear them, or I was just kind of going pop 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 that I wasn't even paying attention. So I think it helps me, but then also sometimes like it's a momentum killer. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm going, wait, what'd they say? Huh? And then the person that's closer to me that says what they said and I still don't hear it, it like takes me. And then, you just have to kind of like tai chi yourself.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a tool you could have in your back pocket. Be like, what was that?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm hard of hearing.
I'm sorry. I'm hard of hearing.
Anyway,
sorry.
we're going to move on.
God turned the volume down for me. Socially, I definitely have a thing where if because I'm deaf but not deaf enough. like if you're in here and I go outside and you tell me something, I'm like, I always have to, especially with my girlfriend all the time. She'll tell me something, and next to I'm like, wait 1 second, let me finish this, let me finish masturbating, and then I'll come in. Okay, what was that? And then she'll tell me, what it is. But it's like I have this thing where I will process, like you'll say something, and then I don't hear what exactly you're saying. It's kind of like you're like, yeah, so maybe you should take out the ones from fire for the fire body, and then my brain has to interpret what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So there is like an auditory processing, hence their autism, and
there's a buffering, like
yeah,
a translating.
Yeah, and it makes me feel dumb. I feel dumb. So I'm working on it.
Well, you're not dumb. You're a bright, shining light in the comedy community and just in life in general. And
I try, babe. I try my best. I had an intense Jewish mother, so you gotta make mama
you
happy.
have an interesting ethnic. You just have a whole wild cocktail.
We got a bunch of bullshit tucked up in that ass.
Yeah,
huh?
what the hell are you, boy?
What the hell? I'm 60% Wanda Sykes, 40%.
Explain.
Nah, baby. Let me. The amount of times at gunpoint I've been asked to do non-white characters by my family at a get together is something I'm still debriefing off of, because for a long time I was doing, and this is early 2000s, I was doing black scent without getting the approval of the community, and I'm a better person now. So
well, sometimes you just do a voice and you don't even realize that. I'm like, oh, that is
Yeah.
people could it might
Construe
just
it.
be the thing, or
Yeah.
people might just be like, I think he's doing like a Southern black man,
They're-
like,
they're-
or it's just a black, or it's just a Southern guy.
It's just a
Or it's
Southern
just a black
fella.
guy.
Louisianan, for the longest time, I thought the Creole accent was
Yeah.
racist. And then I heard someone do it. I was like, oh, no, I'm just uneducated.
I've just never. I mean, Cajun people just don't leave that area, so I just have no. Aside from Gambit, I have no.
Yeah, there you go. I don't have a point of reference.
No, I'm not doing a black. I'm doing Foghorn Leghorn,
I'm
man.
too Foghorn Leghorn. No, yeah, no. And then there's certain ones where you're like, no, for sure, no, that's one you can't do, and that's Bernie Mac. So if you're a white man busting out a Mac attack,
Yeah.
then check your privilege, brother.
Did you ever see the clip of or were you even there at because I think it was at Harp when Bruce Gray was doing a set and everybody in the crowd was wasted drunk and he did an entire set
I saw the
as
clip.
Bernie Mac.
Amazing.
So
Amazing,
just
dude.
Turned it on, went verbatim.
See, that's
But he didn't do the voice.
Exactly. That's a fucking comedian. That's someone who's like doing it for the bit. It doesn't matter.
This one's for me, guys.
No, yeah. This one's for me. You'll get yours after, but Daddy's gonna get his. I envy that dude.
Yeah, stuff like that. But like speaking of having your comedic voice, like I feel like he's had his voice pretty. Like I remember seeing him at Anchor Bar,
Yeah.
and just being like, oh, he's just like that. He's just polished who he is.
That's a 50-year-old road comic in a 29-year-old's body.
Yeah, and now I feel like he's kind of adding some sparkle to it with like the Wrangler and the cow, more cowboy.
Oh, super cow.
But
Yeah,
like-
yeah. It works though. It works.
But getting back to the voice thing, it is like when you find people that have that, where it's like there's just people that are just funny,
Yeah.
and that's their voice. But then like when it's like uniquely their own, but like early on, it's impressive. Like not that it's early on for like Steve Fury, but he's another one where I'm like, he's got his own pacing.
Monster.
There's the writing, how he tells it.
No fat.
Yeah, just
Talking about stupid shit.
Yeah, but
Smart.
but if like he's giving you a Dorito, but it feels like a 6-course meal somehow, where you're just like, why is this so succulent and delicious, and why am I full after? It's 3 chips.
I didn't know I could talk about mouthfeel for Doritos.
Wow,
Yeah.
the way he described throwing up on a ceiling and how
Yeah.
he related that to the human condition is really
And somehow
profound.
we're talking about the Ming Dynasty. I don't know how we got here.
That is like the funniest. I mean, comedy's funny in general, but just like the depth that we're willing to associate to like
Something
literally a story about
stupid.
shitting your pants. And you're just like, no, this really is indicative of the whole life struggle.
Yeah,
and you're
there's a
"Not
lot of
really."
there's a tethering.
But for real though,
There's an umbilical cord attaching all of these subjects because they feed off of each other. But you know what? I feel like that's because like, and that's the thing too. Then it goes back to like Mario Rodriguez, where it's like a lot of these comedians, on stage, the way they perpetuate what they're talking about is in like a stupid way. Some of it's smart, some of it's elevated, sure, but it's a good comedian is a fucking dumbass scholar because
Yeah.
they're learned, but they're also ragged. So
yeah, they're learned from a life of mistakes.
yes,
They-
yes,
like,
yes.
these are people that have just made wrong decision after wrong decision. They're like, well, what's the takeaway here?
Yeah, like they're reading Nietzsche really hungover. You know what I mean? Like it's like that energy, and it's like those are the actual people too that I feel like you and I probably like connect with more. Where it's like they pull out a reference, and you're like, "Whoa, how did we get there?" I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board, dude.
And the reference is just some like shitty. You know the schoolyard scene and Me, You, and Dupree, like, it's like it's deep, but it's from some
yeah.
terrible or it's like a really like it's a philosophical reference, but it's from like a cartoon, and you're like, oh, I had to look up that reference and then found out, and I kind of reverse engineered that one, but I got there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. But it's still landed though.
Yeah, I didn't know Kierkegaard, but like thankfully the Rugrats brought it up from one time, and so I'm just that. Maybe that's my autism, where I'm just like, I need to know what that is.
Yes.
Because I can't be proven to be a fraud, and to have like that kind of like what is it, the imposter. I'm not an imposter.
Yeah, I'm not an imposter. I know. I'm B-side. I'm B-side. I'm smart.
Not like everybody says. I'm smart.
No, I know about revolutionaries. All right, come on. I'm with the culture. Yeah. No, for real though. For real.
Truly, madly, deeply,
for real, man. Yeah, I was gonna say this earlier because you mentioned like when we were hanging out with other people at the store, or like how people like interpret you, for instance. You're like, oh, if because I felt this way with you, where like I could tell like maybe you're like thinking about something in your head, and it's funny because you're a really nice guy, and if they didn't talk to you, you do have like a brooding energy. But it's not all it is, it's you know what it is? It's I could see the little tiny dagger that you have that you just like, oh, you're just stabbing yourself in your fucking in your lower right abdomen, just going, what do I need to bring to this situation right now? Because I'll never forget this one interaction back. I think it was my first year of comedy, and you were coming out of the rec room. And I remember I came up, and it was the first time I was there. And again,
You've seen me.
I'm autistic.
You guys know me.
I'm autistic. And I remember just like I'm my father's son, so my dad would always does this thing where he just throws out a line. It doesn't mean anything or say anything, but he's just saying something to say something. It connects or it doesn't. He's good at it. I'm not. And I remember you were coming out, and I was like, hey, is it a good time in there? And I don't know if maybe you like just had a bad set, or I don't know if if you were just something, but you came out, and it was I think the second time I talked to you, and I'll never forget it because you're like I don't know, man. I was like, oh shit, oh fuck, yeah. He hates me. Why did you talk? Dude. You should have just said sorry for breathing and then went in. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's how I interpret it. But really, you were just like coming out from whatever had happened. But I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Why did you fucking?
Yeah, I feel like I've been trying to address that more, but just being present. Like I'm so in my head.
6 years ago.
Yeah, but
6 years ago.
All the same is like I don't want to. I don't want to have like a history of like, oh, I rubbed that person the wrong way, that person. But I have, and like I know in my head I have, but like I don't think anyone. I'm nobody, no, so it's not like people are like, oh, who cares? No one.
Everyone that knows you knows that.
Eventually,
yeah. Once you make it through stage 6 of your training program,
oh, he's not an asshole.
Yeah, no, he's a nice
but it's
guy.
Not a good place to start. Be like, that guy's an asshole. Like, wait a minute, But I've been trying to be like more conscious of that and just like it's just hard because
It's hard.
I'm in my head so much, and even just like with my girlfriend and stuff, she's like, just be present. I'm like, oh, just be present. Just turn off the circus inside my head. That's constantly going at all hours until I just hit a point of exhaustion where I pass out. Or I dump enough alcohol on it to quiet all of it.
To douse out the flames.
It's just a countdown until I do something stupid and then have to relive that all over again for the rest of my life. Just be present. I would love to. I don't know how to do that. I'm working on it.
You know what I'm hearing? Esotericism.
Esoterrorism.
Esotericism?
Yeah.
No, my girlfriend do the same thing. She's like, where are you right now? I'm like, oh, well, now I'm back here.
Oh, sorry. Came back to Earth.
Yeah, sorry. No, because, I mean, I'm sure there's some fucking article bullshit somewhere that says people that tend to disassociate and think about 12 things and nothing at the same time have a higher processing and are somehow a little bit intelligent because of that. And then you're like, great, because it's not helping me.
Yeah.
It's not helping me.
Great.
I'm
smart and nobody likes me. Can be alone with my books.
I'm smart and I can't utilize it. Nice.
Well, like I don't even those studies too, because they like some of them are just like how is that helpful to anybody? They're like, kids with ADHD, their mother was experiencing a lot of anxiety and stress during pregnancy, and you're like, it was a fucking pregnancy. Of course they were stressed out. That's what a pregnancy is. It's just the entire it. I'm like, what? How is that? Who got funding for that study?
Yeah.
Like, turns out, actually, pregnancy's pretty stressful.
Yeah.
And
when you put a bunch of pads and wires on a stomach and a head of a pregnant woman and she doesn't feel comfortable, the bitch is stressed.
And the kid comes out a little anxious. All right, then what? How about the calm ones? What happened with them?
Also, where's the class action lawsuit for the kids of the people from the study?
Let's sue my mom's ass. She fucked me up. She didn't bake me right, god damn it. No, you sue your dad because he was the one stressing your mom out. You're like, just had a little bit of fucking help.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the dad floundering is a trade that has to be. It's not taught. It's simply just learned. Well, honey, I don't know. I don't know anymore. And it's like, God, you know what? He's doing something.
The bar is still so low for dads where it's just like, if you just don't leave. And then that's like 80%. Just be like, well, he never left. Like the bar for like a good mom is like so high. And the bar for a good dad is like, yeah, he took me to practice here and there.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I had a great dad. I'm not knocking,
Same.
But like, imperfect.
Yeah. They have their bangers sometimes. We're like, oh wow, that was
absolutely.
That was a crash out.
Yeah, like I think what the thing about me that you commented on about like, oh, you don't know how to read them. I think my dad has that too, and so like, when he would have the nugget of wisdom, because he's just like he doesn't force his shit onto you. He's like very quiet. Doesn't give advice unless it's asked for. So like when he would give advice, it was just like you hold on to. It's like a compliment from a guy.
Yes.
Where you're like, I think Castman was talking about that. He's like, men get like one compliment from another guy, or somebody said it, and you just hold on to that forever.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, it's so true.
But like that was my dad, where it's just like there's 5 fucking gold albums that he put out, and I just hold on. I'm like, put those on repeat. They're like 2 sentences each, but just like
it's my little 12-page self-help book that I keep in my my center console. Yeah,
and most of them aren't even advice. It's just like little turns of phrase where you're like, well, and then you're like, well, I guess this would be my whole personality for forever.
Dude, that's so true, because it's like they come from a generation, and I feel like we've lost this now. It's like they can spin words a certain way that is really just almost nonsense, but it connects with you in some like second meaning that you're like, oh, I get it. I know what you mean. But because my dad would do the same thing. He's like, he's a master of oversimplifying complex things and then driving the point. Like he'll be like, I always try to just like make it up, but he goes like, he's like, oh well, Hillary Clinton doesn't know how to wear her shoes in the Oval Office, but at least Obama has his teeth right. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, whoa.
All right, I'm gonna think about that for 30 years.
Did you just deconstruct the Gulf War by saying that? Whoa. And it's like, I half know what it means, but I know what you're saying. But I feel like no one does that anymore. I feel like that's like not a thing as much.
We're definitely an over-explained. Everything needs to be like over-explained to the nth degree.
20-minute YouTube video about it.
And like, not that our parents' generation, especially the guys, couldn't have benefited from talk therapy or just vocalizing any kind of communication.
Yeah.
But there's a happy medium in between where we're at and where they were at, where you're like,
now we overly communicate.
Yeah, can we meet somewhere in the middle where we're not just absolutely drowning each other in our own trauma and problems?
Yeah.
Everything's trauma and a problem, and not just like, well, if I let that one go, it probably wouldn't metastasize into anything more than what it is. But
can you also try to bleed out a little bit of the narcissism too? Because the narcissism's overtaking the communication. So.
Yeah, but it is. I mean, how do you have a whole? That's a whole other.
That's
thing.
a whole other pod, dude.
That's a whole can of worms.
I know, man. I know.
Well, I mean, how are you? How many years into comedy are you now?
I think I'm at 7 years, and then
all right, I do got a little bit of time on you.
Yeah,
I'm coming up on 10 in March.
Hey.
So, and that's when I quit. That's when just out. I'm
out.
Head up. I'll film it. I'll live stream it. Be like, guys, this is my WTF signing out. I don't even have the money to fall back on. So goodbye.
Goodbye. And then you electrocute yourself to death at the girly pop mic. And,
ooh, that would be a good way out.
You just punch the Tekken arcade machine and then yeah.
That is such a weird room. Like,
I know.
Who's this for?
Yeah.
It's in the basement of a gay bar, and it's just all these video games and like children, like a
in
family
Diddy's
fun
closet.
Set.
It looks like, creepy, but
and I'm not insinuating anything. I'm like, this is odd. That's all. If
the energy is different here.
Like a open mic down here, perfect. But you're also like, what's this look like on Saturday? Maybe I'll come find out.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing a live report.
Yeah.
We'll do man on the street pieces. Like, what is this?
We're gonna go in with some headlamps and some fucking some paranormal activity cameras, and we're gonna see what type of action's going on.
Why do you think that room is so good? Like, it is like that is the best open mic
in Long Beach.
Period. I don't know of a better one, really.
No.
Like, and it is just like the supportive community that Jenny and her sister and they've built there. But like, is it just the inclusive factor and being like, hey guys, we can go dark, but there are some rules here.
Yeah, no rape jokes, which again, like I could stick by unless it's a really good rape joke. But for the most part, that kind of died.
Yeah,
and
there not that many.
Nah. It's something that died in the 80s, I think, with Sam Kinison. But I think it's just, like you said, supportiveness. I think there's a lot of new cats that come through, and like it's a perfect place for a new cat to just fucking try to throw some paint on the wall and try to start stand-up. And I always suggest to anyone that like wants to start stand-up, I'm like, go to Girly Pop. It's good because that's a place to try your new stuff out, and then also do your whatever to like, tweak it. But
that is a good intro. I mean, if you want them to continue, it's a good place. If you want them to be like, if you just want to throw them into the deep end and be like, sink or swim, bitch. That's where I started.
No, for sure, dude. And like, I don't know if you've had this where like you have like a coworker that's like, I was just talking. Who was I talking? I was talking to someone about this, but there's like always two responses from coworkers or people that you know that somehow found out you did stand up. They either go, first one, I've always thought I was really funny. I've always wanted to try doing comedy. My parents always told me I was funny. I've always wanted to try.
Yeah.
And then there's someone that goes like, oh my God, I could never do what you do, but I've always wanted to try it a little bit. And I always love telling them, I'm like, well, you can. No, listen, especially the ones that have like an ego about it, and I know they think they're funnier than you, whatever.
Oh shit!
And it's like, it's okay. They went out, and you know what? I like having no visual evidence. But I have some coworkers that are really funny, very fucking funny, I've told them they should try it. Isaac, the bar is literally non-existent. Just go do it. No one's gonna remember you. Just do it, and they'll never do it. They'll never do it.
Yeah.
They'll never do it.
It's a very, very low bar for entry, but just like the prep. I mean, some people go off like completely uncocked and just like, I'm gonna riff, and then like think they're the a god.
dude.
Like, and good on them. Like, you gave it a shot.
Yeah.
In whatever capacity you wanted to, you gave it a shot, and that's more than most people
And now
do.
you have to
so.
live with yourself.
Yeah. Or you caught the bug and now you're going to chase that dragon for the rest of your life.
Yep.
And probably find yourself 10 years in a garage with 2 cameras going out,
baby.
talking to your buddy, be like, hey, it's been a fun ride though, right?
Yeah, dude. To Valhalla, my brother.
All the way.
All the way.
We
dude.
see this all the way through.
All the way, dude, man. I'd gladly ride a chariot with you, my man. For real.
Likewise. Well, I mean, we're at an hour. I think that's pretty. I think we're good.
Let's tie this balloon up and huff it.
Yeah, and just lick the knot. You
Let's
know,
lick
just
the
little.
knot.
All right, guys. Well, lick the knot. Robert Amador. Check him out every month at Beer Lab. Follow him at Slamador. And yeah, you got anything?
Keep a lookout. We got some stuff we're cooking up right now. Probably not gonna come out for about a year or two, but we're writing some things and trying to produce some things. So maybe you'll see a short film next year. Maybe you'll see a couple of pilots. We'll see. But support your local artist. All right, go out. Don't listen to music on Spotify. Go to the free show that's down the street. Pick up a friend that you haven't talked to in 5 years and go watch a weird fucking show. And just, god damn it, smell some fucking dandelions, guys.
Touch grass.
Touch grass, eat ass,
all right,
and play the bass.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for checking it out.
Shabbat shalom.
Bye-bye.